thank you everyone for coming back to my videos. Sorry, I was just checking the microphone. I filmed a Q&A video in Japanese, and since there were also a lot of questions in English, I would like to do one as well to feed my children. So yeah, let's answer whatever you guys are curious about me. And big thanks to everyone for sending your questions. The first thing is, a lot of people were curious about my background and where I live in, etc. So let's clear that out first. I currently live in Japan. I was born in Japan. My mom is Japanese. But since my dad is Dutch, I moved to the Netherlands when I was 9, and I stayed there until I was like 18, and then since 18 I've been going back and forth. So that's the basics about me. I enjoy living both in Japan and in the Netherlands, but I quite like the food in Japan, so that's why I decided to stay here. Food is very important to me. Next thing, my occupation. People are asking questions about my student status and job and I graduated from my university in October last year, and I've been doing YouTube since then. I'm currently studying for my master's entrance exam. I graduated in October, and since Japanese universities do entrance exam timings in a very weird time, I wasn't able to go straight away. Next thing, my dream job. I studied public health and I got a bachelor's degree on that. My dream would be to become the bridge between research and policy making on health. I would love to do some research in health field, but it would also be great to be able to take part in policy making and make lives better for everyone. Next, have you ever felt any burnout making ASMR in the past or even now? I guess I do. The most difficult part of making ASMR for me is finding the right place and time to film. I find filming ASMR very fun, but it's very difficult when people around you are loud. There's construction going on. You don't have enough space in your room to film. There's always something going on in the area, like people having parties, people going really loud to walk down the stairs, some sort of animal fight going on outside. There's always something going on, which makes me very upset sometimes, because a lot of the times I have to stop filming and wait for the sound to go over. And when it's very frequent, it's quite frustrating, but that's about it. I think it's a very fun job. I really like making ASMR. Next, if you were born again as an animal, which one would you like to be? I would like to be born as a rich person's cat. I want to be fed good food, probably better than what I eat every day, and be pet. Receive treats for doing nothing, but be cute. That would be awesome. That would be great. A nice domestic cat. I think I would do terrible as a wild animal. I would probably be killed the first second. Next, do you think you need quality audio equipment to make ASMR videos. Is a 30-euro microphone enough? I would say that ASMR is very subjective, and some people enjoy lo-fi kind of videos just made with a phone microphone. I enjoy that quite as well. But some people also really like hi-fi, super professional kind of video. It all depends to what you really enjoy. What ASMR videos do you enjoy? What kind of videos are you hoping to make? Is it based on your personality, your talking, or sound, your aura? Do you have a relaxing aura? If you have that, then it's probably enough. It really depends. Having a good microphone does not equal to being able to make good ASMR. Next, what's the biggest animal you could think you could beat in a fight? Definitely not cockroach. I would lose. I would be screaming in the corner of the room, holding my head and just crying. My ancestors would be very sad. I might be able to take a wombat. I think I'll be able to win from a wombat. Yeah. Next, do you like anime? If so, which ones are your favorites? And are you watching any right now? I very much enjoy watching anime. I've watched a lot of anime during high school, but recently I've been very busy, so I haven't really gotten the time for myself to relax and watch anime. But I do quite enjoy watching Apothecary Diaries. It's like a new series, pretty good. My favorite anime is Steins Gate. It's the best. Next one. If you could tell your past self one thing, what would it be? I would tell myself to be nicer to myself, that I'm already doing very well and there's no need to beat myself up for small mistakes. Children and teenagers are allowed to make mistakes. It's normal. Do not be too harsh on yourself. I think that would be what I would say. What's the biggest lesson you've learned? The biggest lesson I've learned is that no one cares about you more than yourself. You need to take care of your own well-being. No one else is going to. Always make sure that you feel okay before you help someone out, since that is the most important thing. No one knows you better than you do. So listen to your heart, and your intuition is almost always right. So listen to it. Do not let others fool you. Your intuition is correct. Next, what do you like the most about Japan? I like many things about Japan, but I also do not like many things about Japan. The things I like would be people can be very nice. Obviously, there's also not nice people, but I've met quite a lot of very sweet people. I like the food. The food is absolutely wonderful. I've never had like a poor quality food in Japan, like ever. And it's quite cheap, which is wonderful. I also really like how there's some sort of sense of public safety. There's never been anything stolen from me. I can leave a phone or my wallet on the street and I don't think anyone would take it. I've quite literally lost my wallet or my phone many times and it's been left there untouched. Crazy. Next, do you have any tips on how I can get better at speaking Japanese? I think for any language, it's very important to start with listening. I think that listening is the most important part of a language. Even babies learn a language by listening. Listen to, I don't know, TV shows, YouTube videos, podcasts, anything. Get used to the phonetics and the sound of the language. And as you start to learn vocabulary, I think you'll be able to pick up on the meaning of the sentences while listening. And most importantly, I also think that later on, speaking in Japanese with someone is the best way to learn Japanese. If you don't have anyone who speaks Japanese around you. I think there are websites where you can talk with Japanese people. There's some like tutor things going on as well. I think that would be great. And piece of advice about starting to live in Japan. As for any country, going to live in a foreign country, leaving your family and your trusted environment is very difficult, and you would have a hard time. You would feel lonely, like an outcast. That's very normal. It would be very tough the first year, maybe the second year. And the thing is that if you do not speak Japanese, it's very hard to get accustomed to the society in Japan. It's very difficult to have people welcome you into their friend group and whatever. So mastering the language and understanding the culture would be very important, I think. But if you do not feel that way, then I think there's also a lot of foreign communities in the bigger cities. That's fine too. Next thing, what does the Netherlands smell like? This was such a weird question. I had to laugh. Like, why would anyone ask that? That's so weird, but also quite funny. The Netherlands actually quite smells like cow feces. It smells like fertilizer, like cow poop, which is kind of like a very nostalgic smell for me, as crazy as it sounds like. Whenever I smell cow poop in the Netherlands, I'm like, yes, I'm back home. Next, how's your scalp after dyeing your hair? Thank you very much. It's been actually great. My hairdresser is wonderful. Japanese hairdressers are actually very skilled. The one I go to, they take care of my scalp and my hair very well. They do like all sorts of things to make sure that my scalp doesn't burn. I've never had like pain on my scalp while dyeing my hair, and my hair has been pretty soft for, you know, how much I'm damaging my hair. So yeah, pretty good. Next thing, what's your favorite K-pop song? My favorite K-pop song is... That's a good question. But I would feel like Enhypen and Le Seraphim always have good songs. I quite like Le Seraphim songs. My favorite song is Perfect Night by Le Seraphim. It's such a cute song. I really like it. And I also quite like 10 Months by Enhypen. Such a cute song. I also really like Another Day by Stray Kids. Stray Kids. It's such a cute, relaxing, acoustic song. It's one of my favorites. Anyways, thank you very much for watching my videos and even being curious about me. I hope it was sort of a entertaining video. I tried to switch from whispering to soft speaking. It's something new I've been trying. I don't know if it's relaxing. Let me know if it is or if it isn't. I'll try to fix it. Thank you very much as always, and